Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today's video is gonna be another one of those solo comp videos. I just did like a few days back one of those videos where I showed Walking Tomb Drang that could solo several content of the game, several areas of the game. I'm sorry, I cannot speak, it seems, at this time. Now, the one that I'm going to show you today is something a little bit interesting, as I'm doing a little bit of a variation. Basically, what I'm going to show you, since we have the Ice Golem tournament going on, I'm recording this a few days back. I recorded this a few days back. As you see, the Ice Golem tournament's not open yet, but by the time this video goes out, there should be the Ice Golem tournament that requires us to use only Undead Horde champions. So if you're trying to combine some sort of like solo comps in there, we all know that Bad Alcazar can do it. However, I have tested something out, and it seems that I can actually do it with Crypt King Graal as well. The way that I've done with this is, like, honestly, I took the video from Tyraku. Shout out to Tyraku. I'm gonna have his video linked in the description and in the pinned comment, where he showed that he can solo the spider on 24 with Crypt King Graal and food. Like, he can do 24. Obviously this one's gonna easily do 20 as well, but he found a way where he could actually hit the right stats, so it always falls into sync perfectly. The way that one thing that I did change for this one in order to make it more successful is I just added the presets, because Crypt King Graal has something annoying, that he doesn't like to use the freeze unless there's HP burns out there on every single one. But let me show you him in action on stage 24 first, and let me show you how it goes. Obviously, again, this one working on 24, it's gonna work on 20 as well. But let's have a look on 24 and let's see how this one actually goes. It basically all revolves around him doing the HP burns and at the same time bringing his own control, with him having the freezes as well. For the sake of this wave, it's a little bit easier because you only have 5 champions, that you need to freeze. So with the spiderlings, there's like 11, there's the main spider plus the 10 spiderlings. So you have a higher chance of actually not landing that freeze on one of that HP burn on one of them, and then everything can just be screwed up. He's not gonna do the freeze, and it can be a little bit complicated. Taraku shows it, like I said, that one works perfectly over there. And what I was thinking, I'm like, you know what, since that one works over there, let me test it out in the other areas. We're used to seeing solo comps with Tomb Lord, Theodore, obviously, which is the god of soloing stuff, Venom Age, Bad Alcazar, all those crazy ones that can do it. And I'm kind of happy, and it's kind of fun to see that there are other options of champions that can do that. Like I showed a few days back, Walking Tomb Drang doing it. I said, let me just try and see what I can do with Crypt King Graal. So basically what I tested was obviously the spider, where it works, pretty easily. Then I said, let me try myself Dragon and Ice Golem. Ice Golem being a perfect one right now because we have that tournament. But if you watch this at a later stage, that doesn't mean you're still not going to build this one if you want a solo comp, because this is the most efficient way you can use your resources, where you can, get yourself the points for the tournament, for example, for the Ice Golem tournament, and build up some champs, build up some food, or if there's a champion training event going on at the same time, you can use this build specifically. So, like I said, I tried to test this one out, and I was actually surprised that it does pretty well. The thing is, like, I honestly wasn't 100% sure if the HP burns triggers the boss's retaliation or not, but I kind of realized that it doesn't. So poisons do not trigger the retaliation, the passive. Let me move myself a little bit out of the way. This passive that can be triggered like once he reaches those certain milestones. But it seems that not only poisons, but HP burn does not trigger that. And at the same time, I've seen Brimstone. I don't have Brimstone on him or anything like that, but he just does his job here pretty well. The thing is, this one still has, just like Ice Golem has in general, this still has a layer of RNG if you do too much damage to him to proc him. The thing is, I don't have any damage built in him, so all the damages that you see, those 89,000s, are from the HP burns taking. His actual A1s, look, do like 3k damage, and if stuff like this happens, that's the only thing. I guess this is one way to show it, see? So if stuff like this happens, this is the only RNG that can happen. If you actually get bad luck, and with 3k hits, which is nothing, you get this to proc, and then that's it, you failed. But that's you know what, I'm actually happy that I showed this, because these types of comps, I'm taking down to stage 20 because on stage 20 it's 100% gonna work because the boss does not hit as hard. But I'm happy this happened because I want to show that yes, what I'm showing with this one is not 100%. Yes, it's 95, 97% successful because you still have those 3% of, I don't know, getting the heal reduction at the wrong time at the boss, or getting some, I don't know, some several stuns in a row on the waves and that's it, or just getting the boss to be procced like I showed over there. And you're kind of screwed. Maybe if I pumped him up of more HP and I drop the defense, it could be more reliable because he has a pretty, if I'm not mistaken, he has a pretty solid base HP, 19,000. So maybe if I boosted his HP to go like over 100,000, we could take the smack from the boss. But at the end of the day, honestly, that's not what I want to show. What I want to show is the fact that he can still do stage 20, for example, and at the same time, he can still do Spider stage 20 or 24 in the same build. Unfortunately, he cannot do Dragon. I tested in Dragon, he just does not bring enough damage because I didn't give him War Master or anything else like that. I just gave him the, like I did for example with Drank the other day, I just gave him the standard masteries that, you know, solo champions have with the, you know, timely intervention and all the other stuff. I still need to finish a few of his masteries, but still this one works pretty well. Even if you can, you know, even if you can use 2 areas, even if it's just 1 area, if you have no other option, you're definitely gonna be happy to do this. So for example, like I said, on stage 20 is gonna work 100%. This one I definitely can call on stage 20 100% because the boss does not hit as hard on stage 20 as he hits from stage 21 to 25. And the reality is, if you're gonna try to min-max till the end and try to just go for the sake of the points, you will always do stages 20 because on stage 20 or stage 25, so from 20 to 25, you get the same amount of experience on your food champs that you get, you know, you get the same on 20, same on 25. So if you're just going for the sake of the points and not for better gear, then you're always going to do stages 20 because that's the most efficient energy per points received in tournaments and events, and at the same time you get the same amount of XP. So you know what, you're just gonna do stages 20. But yeah, this one's hopefully, you know what, I'm hoping that this one actually he hits me again. I'm hoping I proc the retaliation because I want to show you that actually he does not kill us. Even without the decreased attack, his hits are so much lower on stages 20 that just a simple build can make it survive pretty well. But yeah, this one's gonna finish shortly. Then I'm gonna jump in and I'm gonna show you again how it works for the stage, for example, for stage 20 of Spider. Now we're gonna go from there. Come on, doesn't want to die. Come on, boss, die. I guess he's not gonna do the retaliation anymore because he's past that threshold. You know what, it's 3 minutes, it's nothing too crazy, but you know what, if you're gonna do something like this, you're gonna do it while you're away. You're not gonna be actively clicking replay for the sake of farming food and being efficient. You're just gonna do it on your phone, set it to one side, and it is what it is. On the phone, maybe it would be like something around 3 minutes 30 because I'm running it on PC and it goes on unlimited frame rates, you know. So if you're gonna do it on the phone, that's how it's gonna be. Okay, and now let's jump into the Spider and let's do stage 24. Like I said, for the sake of stage 24, I use presets because like I mentioned earlier, I hate that he does not like to use the freeze. I just make him prioritize the HP burn, then second priority to be the freeze. You only need books on the A2, by the way, guys. I have no books here, no books on the A3. So if you're lucky like me and you land your 5 books on this skill, then you're good to go. And basically what he does, it's obviously he's gonna keep rotating through his HP burn and his freeze, and he's gonna kill the Spider in about 1.5 minutes. For the sake of Spider, he's so much faster than he is obviously on the Ice Golem, because on Ice Golem the waves are a bit different, and on the first wave we have those 2 champions that put the block debuffs on themselves, those 2 rares. I think it's Penitent or something like that. That can make it a little bit slower. However, the advantage of HP burners over poisoners is the HP burners place HP on everybody, and even if they have the ones that have the block debuffs buff on themselves, they're still gonna take damage from the HP burn sticking on the side one. So that's the little bit of the advantage that they get. But yeah, like I said, this run is pretty consistent. Like I said, I prefer to use it with the preset, even though, like, yeah, it might not be the perfect and most ideal way to do it if you're trying to rotate in food. But you know what, the way that I do it myself anyway, because the ones that take the most amount of time to get leveled up are like the 4-star or the 5 stars. Basically with the 5-star, you're not gonna get 5-star food to level 50, you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, or 4 stars. So the way that I do it is usually just put 4 stars in there with the solo comps and just let them get to max, and that usually takes a few hours, you know. But at the same time, like I said, if you want to do with rotating food, in case you're gonna do it overnight, then just go back to stage 20, or like I said, I'm pinning, look at this, 1 minute 20 seconds, that's amazing. And like I said, I'm gonna pin Tyraku's video in the pinned comment and description, so you can see his exact spider build and, you know, check his explanation, see how he does it, for the sake of doing that on stage 24 without using the presets. Because obviously, if you're doing it on the PC, or even if you're just using the multi-battles where you put to switch the food in, that's gonna work, that's gonna make it a little bit, you know, a little bit easier to farm it overnight. Or like I said, if you're using RSL Helper. RSL Helper also has that feature that lets you just switch in the food after one hits max level, you can switch in the next one. This is pretty annoying, like him getting the thermometer control, I thought this is not something that... Is it irresistible? No, it's not irresistible. So look at that. I got 3%ed because I have like 343 resistance on him. So that was unfortunate, but still, it's not going to fail. The only thing that can make this thing fail is if you get too many HP, too many poisons, but that should not happen if you hit the right amount of resistance so you can resist those poisons. If you get bad RNG, get 2-3 poisons, then yeah, you're gonna have that fail, and it is what it is. Like I said, these types of things are usually not, you know, 100%. They're 95, 97%, but for the sake of efficiency and getting some food leveled up at the same time, I think they're pretty viable, and honestly, that's what I'm doing. I'm endgame, and because I went fully free to play, like I'm not spending on the game anymore, I'm always trying to be as efficient as I can with my resources, so I'm using these types of builds. Come on, let's die. And okay, he got another turn, but normally around 1 minute 20 it finishes. If not, it might just go like another 20 seconds, as he will just have to rotate through a few more of those HP bars, and it's gonna go, yeah, so I think 1 minute 40 it's the most. Let's see, 35, come on, finish it in 1 minute 30. Are you gonna do it, or is the main spider gonna get another turn? And okay, the spider got another turn and a million animations. But yeah, 144 on stage 20, but this one looks a lot more reliable because, like I said, the bosses don't hit as hard on stage 20 as they hit the higher level ones. But I've blabbered enough, let's have a look at the builds before I let you guys go. So we're running him in a regeneration and immortal set, total stats 251. I basically just took the speed roughly the way that Tyraku showed it, and I'm using exactly the masteries that he used. So you can see them over there as well. It's not like, oh, it's my idea. No, I was testing some stuff out. It didn't go as well as I wanted. I saw that he did it. He made it work for 24. So I just went there, checked his masteries, you know, listened to what he said, and like, yep, it makes sense. I'm gonna do the same. So it's over 250 speeds, almost 70k HP, 3.7k defense, 343 resist. Normally I'd like 350 resist and like 230 accuracy just to be as reliable as possible, but it still works like this. And then masteries, you go down the defense and the support tree. These ones over here make sense for extra resistance, more healing, less damage from AoEs, shadow heal, especially for spider. When spider heals, you can heal back. This one, in case you get a bigger smack, you have a chance to remove debuffs. If you do have debuffs land, obviously this one helps for damage over time. This is one that's pretty interesting because he puts the freeze, so you have a chance to land the leech. And because he has 2 AoEs on the A2 and the A3, he can heal back from those leeches that when he does the AoEs. And then down over here, I took down the steadfast, Exalted Death, and you know, the usual ones down here. I basically avoided rapid response and arcane celerity because of what Tyraku mentioned, and that's a really good thing that I didn't think. For the sake of this build specifically, it kind of eliminates the RNG effect of it. So if you don't have Cycle of Magic or the arcane celerity or like anything else that can boost your turn meter, apart from this one, that it's consistent, you don't want anything else that's random, that's RNG, that can boost your turn meter differently for the sake of spider, and it's gonna be consistent. I just need to finish it off and get the Master Hixer here for a chance to extend those HP bonds, and then I'm gonna send for last one on the sake of the defense tree. But I don't think I have the craziest gear in the world. As you can see, even though I have 6-star, it's 6-star rare. I even have a 5-star, again 6-star. It's not like top tier mega crazy. It's pretty intense, but you know, I'm end game, so I'm gonna have a little bit higher stats. But like I said, for the sake of stages 20, it's a little bit easier. But yeah, this is gonna be for the video. I blabbered enough, I talked a lot. I hope you do enjoy this video. Like I mentioned, make sure you only book his A2. You don't need anything else, you don't care about the damages, just want his A2 booked and you're good to go. Oh yeah, one extra thing I forgot to mention, he's actually really amazing for this because he has an HP aura in all battles for himself, so having him be the one that's in the lead and doing the solo, that's just perfect. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye guys.